I do what I want. I got nothing to prove. I love this shit. I love this shit. I love this shit.
Alright, what's up guys? So this is my 53-inch, I believe it was 53-inch? 53-inch Husky toolbox, and I bought the bottom cabinet, another Husky, and bolted that to it, so it made it like, I don't know, say 70 inches, say. And I made my own snap-on logos. It was kind of a joke and kind of serious at the same time, but I don't know, I ended up leaving them because I like them. But, so anyways, as you can see, we have all the drawer space. It's a pretty decent sized box, and I'm very happy with the box, considering I paid, I think it was 500 bucks. I talked them down to at Home Depot, and I walked out with 500 bucks flat, and it became mine. So we're gonna start, we'll go left to right. Here we have the snap-on triple square sockets, good for many different purposes. And we have, here's a magnetic tray to hold your nuts and bolts, always good so you don't lose stuff when you're doing a big job. And then we have just your regular telescopic magnet, which comes in handy if you drop something. You can always fish down and get it. We have 1/4-inch swivel sockets, only a few of them. I'm missing a couple from the set, but that's okay. I think that was an eBay purchase. We have some Harbor Freight crow's feet. Not the greatest, but in a bind, you know, they could definitely help you out. I wouldn't use them on a daily basis, and I don't, but not bad. Here's a snap-on crow's foot. And then we have snap-on 1/2-inch, 3/8, and 1/4-inch chromey swivel sockets, or swivels. These here I do use, but I also use my Husky ones as well. And we have two snap-on and a Mac 1/2-inch impact swivel, and this part number here is, because Bill has the one part number and I have the other, this one here is IP80D, and Bill has the IP80. The difference between the 80 and the 80D is this D10 button right here, and that one isn't a ball, it's a pin, and it locks into your sockets. You will not have a socket fly off if you have this. It's got its pros and its cons, because taking the socket off sucks when you're done. And here we have this was a Home Depot special. It was $19.99. It's a Husky, and I have all my Torx and Allen sockets in it, and it's great. I haven't broken one of these yet, knock on wood, and they've all held up, so I've had no reason to go and buy other ones. It's a great set for the price. Here we have Pittsburgh swivels. They're impact swivels. They're decent. I use them when I need them. I haven't broken one of those yet. They are worn out, like they do flop all over the place. And then I have the Husky. I use the 1/4-inch the most out of this, and that's why I taped it, and the tape works perfectly, so I can't complain. And then I have a snap-on old school 3/8 ball swivel and Duralast 3/8 ball swivel. And then the same style snap-on 9/16 ball swivel socket. Here was a recent purchase, 1 1/16. This is a oil sending unit socket, and so far it has not fit anything I've been wanting to try it on, because it's the shallow one. It's made for the smaller ones. So, but again, it's nice to have. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, of course. Okay, so now we have the 1/2-inch rack. This is all standard, and this top row is Husky, and I think a couple Craftsman. And down bottom is these are all snap-on, except with the exception of 1 1/8 and 1 1/4. And here we have, these are all Husky and Craftsman, except for these two, the 5/16 and 1/4-inch are both snap-ons. As you can see, the snap-on deeps are actually shorter than your standard brands. And then we have the shallows, which are Craftsman and Husky, with the exception of 1 or 2 snap-ons in there. And then we have the 1/4-inch set, which are a mixture between Husky and snap-ons. Of course, we have the great 5/8. The 5/8 1/4-inch, only a few companies make these sockets, and they're really great to have because of their low profile. Here we have the new 3/8 low profile socket set with the ratchet. It's not exactly new, but it's new to me in my box. Also Bill in his box, as he got one as well. Honestly, my personal opinion, and this could differ because I just got them, this doesn't do anything differently than a ratcheting wrench would do, but I would say this, if you're going to get these, I would personally just get the sockets. You may need the ratchet, you may not, but to me, I think you can use a ratcheting wrench. But the sockets are definitely nice to have, I will say that. Here we have a Mac 3/8 extension set, and I'm missing the 1-inch extension. Bill supposedly ate it. We're not too sure yet. We'll have to see when he goes to the bathroom. Here we have an inverted snap-on torque set, or snap-on inverted torque set, I apologize. And these I use rarely, but again, when you need them, and they're very nice to have, usually on studs, mounting the mounting brackets on the front of the engines, the studs. Here we have the metric half-inch set, and I'm missing the 23 and 25, and then the 23 shallow. But these are Snap-on, Craftsman, and Husky. Same with the shallow. And here we have the 3/8 metric, which the 6, 7, and 8 are all Mac. And side by side, you can see that Mac and Snap-on have the same size. I don't know, it must just be like a professional thing where they're actually shorter. But it doesn't matter. They work, they work. I got them because I cannot find these size deep in any other brand, like Husky or whatever, and I wanted to fill my rack. So, and then we have the 13. As the important sockets that I use, I buy Snap-on, and I still got to get the 15, maybe the 18 for 3/8 drive. Down here again, we have some Snap-on and Husky. And then this whole set here is all Snap-on with the exception of the 4.5s. Which I might do, but I have a couple other sockets to get to first. But yeah, these ones are all Snap-on, so I'm pretty happy about that. Finally got that set completed. And another recent purchase, 17mm Snap-on impact, half-inch drive. As you can see, this would be perfect for this right here, where it's got your hole for the detent pin. And once that goes on there, you will not lose that socket, boys. I promise you, that will not come off unless you're doing something extremely fucked up. Here we have some reducers. These are all Husky. They were $9.99. And then we have impact reducers from Harbor Freight again, which were $9.99. All different sizes. I don't think I need to explain those to you guys. And then I have a Mac 3/4 inch to half-inch drive reducer. And Snap-on reducer. This one. Oh shit! Ha! You know what that is?
What's that?
That's my Mac extension.
Oh, you found it.
I thought it was a fucking reducer.
Oh, live
Look
on
at that.
video, everybody.
Oh,
back
shit,
home.
it's back home. All right.
Beautiful.
Wow, I thought, man, what the fuck was I thinking? And here's a Mac half-inch drive, half-inch. These are good for your drain plugs. I use my ratchets a lot of the time, but if you have, I just got to get the 3/8 one now. I don't know why. I'd rather use the right tool for the job. So instead of using the anvil of your ratchet, I'd prefer to use a socket. Again, the right tool for the job. And these here are actually really big 3/8 drives. This is 21 and 22mm, which would go right here, which is rare or odd because they have these sizes that you'll never use in 3/8, but that you can't get a normal socket. Like I can't get a 23mm deep from Husky, half-inch drive. So anyways, here we have a Snap-on 5/8 spark plug socket, which has the rubber grommet, not the magnetic one. Bill has the magnetic one, which I'm with him on that. The magnetic one is superior. And this is just a random 11mm old Snap-on. I'm going to see if Snap-on will actually trade me for a new one, because this one is a little old and beat up, the inside there. So maybe he'll be nice and do it. If not, whatever. Then we have a Snap-on deep triple square socket. This is a 12mm. And then we have a Snap-on Torx. This is a T60. This is a big boy right here. Snap-on 14mm Allen socket. And then we have a Snap-on 12mm Allen socket. Snap-on T47 Torx. And then 17mm Allen socket, off-brand, whatever. And then we have Mac feeler gauges. These are always nice to do, especially like adjusting valves and shit like that, wherever you might need a feeler gauge. And here we have the dreadful Harbor Freight crow's feet. Do not waste your money on these unless you have no other option. They're just too big for their own good. As you can see, they use the same template for the 17, the 19. You know what I mean? Like they use the same template and just cut it out. So they don't size it accordingly. They just use the same footprint, I guess you would call it, and then cut out the size notch. Like, look at that 3/8. That's just fucking retarded. It looks like a retarded toe. Excuse me if any of you guys are retarded. I should say stupid. I apologize. Here's my favorite extensions, and Bill has the 3/8 set. I believe is the 3/8 set you have?
Yes, sir.
And these are very good, and as we said in his video, if you have these, it's better to get these than to buy both sets. I mean, once or twice I've had a problem where it slipped off or whatever off the flat end, the non-wobble side, but they're very, very good and they're very handy. They're wobble, you clip them on, they're wobble, and then if you want just a normal extension, push it on further. Well, oh, okay.
If they're working.
Yeah, you just push them on and it goes on. That was a very shitty demonstration. But let's see here. Maybe a snap-on with a snap-on. There it is. That's why it wasn't a snap-on. There we go. But yeah, they do work. I don't know why. Maybe it was just that socket. I've never had a problem before until then. But missing one of these, I got to get one. Now, moving right along. The new spring tools. I seen these. I didn't even know Snap-on actually made them because I was used to the bigger ones. And so Bill turned me onto these. I got these spring tools. Haven't used them yet, but nice to have. 1/4-inch Mac extension set. And we have the Excalibur's younger brother. This is just the burr. Bill's got Excalibur. This one here, I believe, is the 3 feet maybe? 3 feet?
It looks like a 3-footer.
Yeah, it looks like, hold on, we gotta do that. Yeah, it's 3 feet. All right, so, very useful tool right here. These here are your valve stem tools for your TPMS sockets. Actually, they could be used for any valve stems in vehicles, and they're also lettered, so you can, if you're doing a tire rotation, it says right front, right rear, left rear, and so you can keep track of your tires when you're doing your rotation. It also lets the air out so you don't have to mess with the valve stems and possibly break a TPMS sensor if the valve stem is seized in there. Moving along to the screwdriver drawer, we have the Mac extra long screwdrivers, flat and Phillips. We have the big Mac screwdriver set. This is the deluxe set with flat heads and Phillips and also your stubbies. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get 12 screwdrivers for the low cost of your life. And here we have the Snap-on set. I got these on sale before I got any of these, and you can see I use the Mac more. I try and keep these ones pretty, but yeah, again, never had any problems. Screwdriver's a screwdriver, guys. I mean, unless you're doing some hard, heavy shit with it, you can get by with pretty much any screwdriver. Just depends on what you're using it for. Now here we have the hammer set. I really love this. I believe this was like, I don't know, less than $100 I think for this whole set right here. Very nice to have. Then we have the big Mammer Jammer, 48 ounce, anti-vibe. These are anti-vibes, by the way, and they don't look like they have much absorber in it, like shock absorbent, but when you hit something with it, it does absorb the shock very well. And then we have the sledgehammer. This one here is a 2-pound anti-vibe sledge. And of course we have the Snap-on dead blow, ball peen, and rubber mallet from Snap-on. This one here is the 32 ounce. By the way, this one here is the 40 ounce. Pitman arm puller. Some little C-clamps here. Then we have the tire studs. And this is for like your Europeans and stuff, your Mercedes and BMW, stuff like that, where you don't have lug nuts, they're lug bolts or just lugs. So you have nothing to hang the tire on but a 1/4-inch lip. So once you take your first stud or two out, bolt or two out of the tire or the rim, you place these in, take the rest out, and now your tire has something to sit on. Very useful so you don't damage a customer's rim if it falls off the vehicle. Here we have 2 impact driver sets, a Craftsman and a Snap-on. The Craftsman shit is up here. Here's just a random great neck socket. And then these are all Snap-ons, so that completes the set. I'm sure a lot of you know how an impact driver works. It just adds an extra bit of blow to those stubborn fasteners that you can't get out. You whack it with a hammer and it almost like multiplies the torque per se. These here are the low profile Jiffy tight connector or adapters to remove the connectors. These come in handy, especially on your GMs. You just put them over, put them in and twist them, and it releases the connector. Without these, it could be a pain in the ass and you chance breaking the clips or whatever. So these are very pricey. They run around $100. I got these ones on eBay. I can't remember, but it was significantly cheaper. And I'm gonna put that. And yeah, so very useful to have. All right, here we have the new the gear wrench X plier, double X pliers. You can open them up a little and open them up a lot. Well, you open the handles a little bit and you get a lot out of the front, and you can get down into some tight, hard to reach places, and very handy to have. I love them. And this is a Harbor Freight lock ring remover or snap ring pliers. These are for your bigger guys and your bigger vehicles. Obviously you can see the tips of the pin. The tool are a lot bigger than say your standard ones. And these are Husky, by the way. A great pair. Haven't broken them yet. They look like they're about to give any time now, but I've used the shit out of them. They haven't broke. So if they do break, it was only $10 in their lifetime warranty. Here we have long cutting dikes, and these are from a set similar to this one, but it's all the long pliers and hose clamp pliers, and we'll get to that down the bottom. But this is a Mac plier set. You have your needle nose, your cutting dikes, your long plier, adjustables, so on and so forth. And then these are the mini Mac ones, which you could tell are rusting up and they look like crap, and I've only used them a couple times. Again, I got these ones off of eBay. And then this one I got from a Snap-on dealer, and this was 11 or 12 bucks, might have even been 10, brand new. And you could see a significant difference in the quality. You could feel it, and I'm not just riding Snap-on's junk. There's a decent amount of quality difference in these, and Bill can testify to that. These are by far my favorite pair of crimpers. These are Snap-on's PWC S7CF. And I know other companies make them like this, and these might be rebranded, or they rebranded from Snap-on or whatever, but it doesn't matter who they're from. If you can get these, get them. They're very, very great, and they fit nicely in the palm of your hand. Here we have hose clamp. These are nice, you know, cut off brake lines or your overfill hose for your radiator, whatever it might be. The little ones are for you. These are the guys, Blue Point. Okay, up here we have some air tools. We have a Matco 3/8 air ratchet, which is very nice and powerful. We have a blowgun. Everyone's got a blowgun. If not, find yourself an old lady. Husky. I've had this for a little bit now, and I love it. I use whatever I could put in it. I'll use it, and it works great. Blue Point angle grinder. This one's like pretty much specifically for cookies. I never took this off, so I'm actually not even sure. But it's perfect for cookie discs, and that's what I use it for. This is for easy to reach places, and this is the Mac one for hard to reach places. So if you're doing like getting gaskets off of hard to get to places, you can obviously see the difference here. And also you can hold this shaft because the shaft inside spins. So it's nice if you have to apply even pressure. It works out great. And this is one of my favorite cutoff wheels, other than the fact they have the upgraded model with the flexible head, and that I really like. But I do like this because it has reverse, and you can spit the sparks elsewhere rather than in your face. And this I've talked to about with Bill. This is an amazing 3/8 impact gun. It's a Matco. The only problem is, and you never really think you complain about this, is I believe it has too much power, even on its lowest settings. It's good to take stuff off, but when you're putting it on, depending on the application, you have to really watch what you're using to put these on with, because you will break the bolts. This one's down for the count at the moment. I got a lot of use out of it, and I kept it really nice, but something happened and seized up. I did not oil it as I should, so I'm going to take the heat for this one, and I'm not just making excuses for Husky, although I do love their tools. but this one probably was my fault. So I'm gonna see what I can do and write them, and if not, I'm gonna make a shitty YouTube video saying that they fucked me, and then, even though it was my fault. Just kidding. All right, this is just a miscellaneous drawer. We have the Blue Point telescopic mirror with the light. Very, very handy mirror. I love it. We have a distributor wrench for distributor bolts. It's a great tool. You can put ratchets on it, whatever you want, however you want. It gets in those hard to reach places. Look, guys, Mac brand Snap-on, all of them. These are the same. I got these from Advanced Auto for $9.99. Do not spend the $70 or whatever it is on the Mac or Snap-on, because they are literally exactly the same. Literally. This is a Matco turkey teller you're doner, and it doesn't say Matco anywhere on it, just the box it came in, but it is a thermometer, and I no longer really use that. Sometimes I do. We have a headlamp here, good for dark areas. AC recharger, never use that. Little wheel. Then we have hose pinchers, again, which for the fourth time I'm saying this, use those for timing belts or holding your gears. And we got some tube cleaners. This is for doing my vinyl. Husky, I'm very impressed with this. This is holding up great. The battery is going dead, but for $9.99, it's a great tool. It works good. As you notice, a lot of the stuff, we have this, again, $9.99. A lot of Husky stuff is $9.99. Like, I'm not just saying that over and over. It really is. Then we have some miscellaneous extensions and stuff like that. And $19.99, greatest set. I'm not buying the Snap-on because I don't need it. This has not let me down. And the only one that it doesn't come with is the 17 millimeter, which I had to borrow from Bill all the time, which is why I bought my own. So I don't keep bothering him to borrow his stuff. And you guys should do the same. If you ever have to borrow anything more than 2 or 3 times, make sure you note it to yourself and try and buy it as quickly as possible. Because, you know, even though you're friends with somebody or whatnot, tools are like a, you know, just, it's a personal thing. Here's my ratchet drawer. I stand by these. I love these. These are the Pittsburgh telescopic ratchets. I have the 1/2 inch. This is a Husky 1/2 inch. This is my newer Snap-on 3/8 flex head. I love this. This is pretty much my go-to ratchet. This is the newest purchase. This is the what's the part number on this? I know a lot of people are asking. THLLF72, and it's the comfort grip. And very, very nice ratchet. I think it's 15 inches long. Another Harbor Freight. I love this guy too. This guy works really good, and surprisingly enough, this isn't super loose, and I haven't even had to tighten it yet. Use it all the time. Snap-on 1/4 inch ratchet. Little stubby 3/8 ratchet, no namer. Harbor Freight 1/4 inch, big fat 1/4 inch ratchet. The only pass-through ratchet and socket I have, and these are them right here. I have no idea. And then we have the 3/8 and 1/4 inch telescopic ratchet, which I use this all the time. The only thing I don't like is I wish they would have made 1/4 inch on their own, because sometimes that does get in the way, but more times than others it doesn't. Oh, almost forgot about this little guy. And you guys know how I feel about breaker bars. A lot of people think these are pointless and stupid, but you do save a 1/4 inch of space between this and a ratchet or whatever it might be, and any space saved is good. I mean, you want to be able to fit in as many places as you can. This is just a repaired breaker bar. Nothing special there. And then we have our air hammer attachments. We got a pickle fork, just some chisel bits, Snap-on hammer bit, some exhaust cutters. This one was for sheet metal or whatever, but the thing broke. This thing worked great, boy. And same thing, just long and short versions of them. Now, moving on to the wrench drawer. You ready for this? One of my favorite drawers besides the next drawer. We have all Husky. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to switch these because these are backwards. Husky metric and standard wrench sets. Very, very reasonably priced. And we have the Husky short ones, the stubbies. Then we have some Snap-on Actually, this is a brand new 9mm snap-on. That's going on eBay, or unless one of you guys want to buy it. And oh shit, I didn't even see I had that. Snap-on 1/2" wrench. Husky. I don't know why Husky stopped doing this. You could see, like, this wrench here is a 13mm, and then this is their new 13mm. I don't get why they did that. Like, this is a nice wrench right there, but then they started doing this shit. Like, they were in the right direction, then they just made a fucking U-turn. Some more Husky short guys there. And these are the Craftsman, or Snap-on line wrench. Those will go up there. And then we have the Husky ratcheting wrenches, which are great. I love them. The only thing is that, well, if you buy them individually, you get the nice small ones. And then if you buy them in the set, you get the big ones. So you can see the size difference there. I might actually go and exchange these out because there is a huge difference in the size. So I'll exchange them, and they never give me any problems. They're great people at Home Depot, they are. And then we have the big guys up to 32mm. This here, I want to say, was like $14 or $15 all the way up to here. I've only used this guy a couple times when I was working on the tractor trailers and heavy equipment, but it did get used. All of them got used. Here's the Husky line wrench set. Very great set. I did the comparison with the Snap-on, and they're almost 100% identical. So 99.9% identical, and Bill and I were just talking about doing a comparison video with a micrometer to see which ones open up. Next, we have a Pittsburgh pry bar, or breaker bar, and this has worked great so far. I haven't broke it, but man, this thing sure does get loose, and I haven't tightened it yet, so we'll see what happens when I tighten it. And then we have a battery wrench, and then our stubbies. I don't have much for stubbies. And this is a great tool right here for transmissions. This is the GAX 36. It's 36 inches long. The great thing about this is that it's 1/2 inch on one end and 3/8 on the other, and it still keeps a 3/8 shaft. So again, you could fit into a tighter area. I like these for bell housing bolts and transmission. The only thing is, it looks impact, but it is non-impact, and is rated for, what did we say it was, like 110 foot-pounds or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, so moving right on. Oh, and this tool here I made, this is for your Jeeps and Chrysler differentials. They have different style differentials. We'll get into that some other time. Alright, here's my second favorite drawer. These are the Platinum 0-degree offset flex head ratchet wrenches. And you get a set of 5 wrenches. Well, technically it's 10. Double-sided, obviously, they're metric. And then I have the metric 0-degree offset Mac wrenches. I really like these. These are great wrenches. And then we have the metric Snap-on ratcheting wrenches. And another pointless purchase was the ATD crow's feet, line crow's feet, but they are better than the Harbor Freight ones, so I will give it that. Then we have our 2 new gear wrench index pry bars, which I love these things. These are great. They're just so versatile. They're really nice to have. And we have 2 2-foot extensions. I believe they're 24 inches. They're Craftsman. Good to have. Nice and cheap to buy too. Not too bad. Then we have the new style Mac pry bar. Some lady slippers there. The Volkswagen drain plug socket. This also works for Chrysler differentials. And then we have actually a brand new Snap-on ratcheting screwdriver with the bits inside. I don't think I've ever even used this yet. I'm not sure. Okay, moving along. Alright, so we just have some DeWalt bits here, some reverse drill bits here, some extractors, Snap-on pick, infrared thermometer. This is for removing hoses, your heater hoses and stuff. These are your electronic connector to remove the pins from the housings. And then we have the Snap-on panel popper set, along with the Snap-on long picks and short picks. Mac stubby torque sockets, very handy if you ever need the extra space. Then we just have some miscellaneous Husky precision screwdrivers. And this is my extra double flaring tool. Put it onto this drawer. This here, yeah, I love this tool. This is great, 12 volt, lithium ion, DeWalt. It's got the quick bit release. I like that feature. For sockets, not so much drill bits. And we have our oil filter wrenches, vice grips. And this was this Mac spark plug boot puller, wire puller, whatever you want to call it. And this was the set that the long cutting dikes came in. The set was $100. You get like 7 or 8 pieces. And then we have Pittsburgh long needle nose pliers. Here we have the snap-on click style torque wrench. Nothing fancy about it, just a regular torque wrench. And then we have the Craftsman click style torque wrench. These are pretty nice, they look nice. And then the Craftsman digital torque wrench, still a click style, but you have a digital readout there. Big pair of pliers, seal pullers. This here is for your serpentine belt, very handy tool. This is from Pittsburgh or Harbor Freight as well, very handy tool, comes with the sockets. Spanner wrench, 3/4 inch drive ratchet, and then a fan tool, fan clutch tool, holds the bolt so you can holds the bolt so you can pull the big bolt off. This here is a zip tie tightener. These things are fucking sweet. Now, once you get the zip tie on, you put the zip tie in there and you keep pulling the trigger until it gets tight, and once it gets as tight as it needs to be, it will cut them automatically for you, and it keeps it nice and presentable job. Then we all know the snap-on lovely torch here. Actually, that wasn't too bad. They didn't get me too hard on that. Then we have a compression tester with different fittings in the line. And this is a Pittsburgh style torque wrench, which Bill and I are going to start doing actual specs on things and seeing what companies live up to their names as far as specs wise. We're going to get into the more detailed video soon. Alright, now we got our torque wrenches here. You got to have torque wrenches if you're working in a shop. It saves your rotors, it saves your lug nuts, saves everything. 48 piece rethread kit. Actually used this yesterday. Great kit for the price. I bought these and then got a easy out set for free from Mac. These things are lifesavers for your exhaust hangers, the rubber exhaust hangers that are always a pain in the ass to pull out. Those things are great. I bought this basically because Bill had it and I really liked it and got robbed on it, but that's okay. It happens to us all. This here is a cordless soldering iron. It's butane. Butane, right? Yep. And here's our Mac low profile sockets for your oil filters, to remove the caps from your oil filter housings and stuff like that, found on your diesels, a lot of newer cars, I believe. And this is just a flip TPMS socket from Snap-on. It's an 11 and 12 millimeter 1/4 inch. It just flips. It's nice to have, I guess. I don't really ever use it. And here's a micrometer, 2 micrometers. One's a Starrett and the other, I forget the brand, but supposedly they're pretty expensive and they're high quality. So we might end up using these for a video. We'll see. Now, this is just a junk drawer with all my bills from snappers. These go in there, actually. Alright, so we have brake bleeder wrenches, tools to do your rear brakes, the spring compressors, all that stuff. Double flaring tool, the box compressor for your spinning calipers in the rears. Then we have a, god damn it, every time, brake lining gauge to see, you know, where your brakes lie at, if they need to be replaced or not. And this is a flip socket. Basically serves the same purpose as this, except it goes on a nut driver, and then you could flip it for your 2 different size springs. And we have a tube cutter, tube bender, and then another small tube cutter. Nice to have. Alright, here we have a harmonic balancer puller, steering wheel puller, whatever kind of puller you want it to be puller. And it pretty much does a whole bunch of stuff. This one here is a Snap-on valve core puller. This is just a no-name valve core puller, a little longer. Air chuck, the Husky pick set, again $9.99. It might even been $6.99, I forget, but it was under 10 bucks. And then I got these on sale. These are the Husky Allen keys. And these were on sale. I think both sets were $9.99. Okay, here is my 3/4 inch socket drawer, and then I have some sockets for the fasteners for the 4-wheel drive, or the, what are these nuts called? I forget.
They're like the lock nuts.
Yeah, the lock nuts
and stuff.
Yep, exactly. This is a cool tool. Haven't used it. I used it once or twice actually, but I haven't used it here yet. Actually, no, this one I didn't even use yet. This is for your tie rods. You put it over the tie rod, put it on your impact gun, and it spins it right off. And we have a test light and a Klein multimeter. If any of you guys had any experience with Klein, let me know. I don't know what the deal is, but I'd like to know on the quality on that. And then down here, we have the home for where this scan tool used to lie. And Mac test leads, but we're willing to bet it says what under there? Proto?
Lang.
Lang.
Yeah.
We're willing to bet it says Lang under there. Here we have a 1-inch set. This is a Pittsburgh, very handy set for your 1-inch drives. So it runs about $100, which isn't bad really for a whole set. And here we have a complete battery and alternator and charging tester. Tests everything with your charging system, gives you accurate readouts of everything. Very handy tool with an integrated printer. Very, very useful tool. I have one, and the shop has one, Bill has one. Alright, I think we are over, yep, down here now. Alright, so here we have inner tie rod tool with your different adapters. I love this tool. It's a great tool. Now they have the one where it's one size fits all pretty much, and you just slide it on and it locks itself in, so there's no need for the adapters. And here we have a slide hammer set. Used a couple times, but again, slide hammer is nice to have. Always good to have a slide hammer. There. And this was buy one get one free for $70 in the Mack truck. 3-jaw pullers. Always nice to have these to pull balancers or whatever it might be, yokes on the diffs, whatever. And then we have some Pearson strut compressors. These ones are real shoddy. They're from Harbor Freight, and I'm pretty sure I almost died on the last set that I had of them. But again, just cross your fingers and hope whenever you use these. That's all you got. This here is the, I forget what number this is, the IMG or IM65. I fucking forget. It's the new Snap-on gun. It's loud, it's obnoxious, and it's powerful, but mainly loud and obnoxious because the muffler's out of it. Regulars, I think this is like an 8-inch, 8 or 10-inch seat clamp for brakes. And then we just have a wire wheel brush for the angle grinder. And then compliments of Bill here. I've been wanting a case for my power probe more than anything, and then Bill had this case, and I think he was going to throw it out or do something with it. And he donated it to me for my power probe and my power probe attachments. Power probes are a great tool, guys. 12 and 24 volts. So if you guys need something along those lines, power probe's the way to go. Okay, getting down to the nitty gritty here. This here is just tire changing stuff. Actually, that there is just a box of empty gloves. Actually, keep that in there for nuts and bolts. Razor blades, stuff like that. Ryobi drill bit set. Use that. They're not the greatest, but whatever. Some extra cutoff discs, some 12 gauge wiring, love letters from the wifey, and we have a torch here. These are great. If you guys don't have these, Bill just got the better one. He's got one up me. The one for the MAP gas, well, he's got the handle for MAP gas. I don't know if this one will take MAP gas if it's too hot or what. I'll have to try it. But these are great if you need just a little heat to extract something, because sometimes not everything always has to be cherry red. If you can get it hot enough to extract it, then it works just fine. And you know, for the price of those things, you can't really beat it. All right, here we have, oh, I didn't open it upside down. I gotta mark that. Fuel line disconnect tools. I got these off of eBay for $14.99 shipped, so that wasn't a bad deal at all. Good to have, good to have. This here is a 6-piece impact socket set for your axle nuts and your axles themselves. Craftsman turbo socket set. Now keep in mind, guys, these are the exact same, this is the exact same set as Mac. So for $50 you can get the Craftsman set, or for $130 or $140 you can get the Mac set. And they're 100% identical, except where it says Craftsman it says Mac. Everything is 100% the same, like the case, everything. Snap-on extractor set, very nice set to have. Again, this was like 80 or 90 bucks, I think. And I forgot where I acquired this one from. I think, actually no, I got this one for doing stickers for somebody. My last job, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. And this was the set that came with the rethread kit from Mac. They gave me the extractors. This set was free. I don't know that I ever used it. Oh, I think I used that one on a brake bleeder not too long ago here. Then we have the new front probing set. This set is nice. Actually, I don't know why I'm opening it. It's clear. But it would be something I do, right? But very, very handy to have. I've used them once or twice so far, but I plan on using them a lot more as I go on. This here is an OEM brake caliper tool set for your spinning calipers. Nice to have. It makes it a little bit easier to turn them in sometimes when they're and could be a little stubborn, or you know, whatever. But if they're hard to push in, then you might want to consider getting new calipers. And this is a leak down tester. It's a Mac leak down tester. Haven't had the opportunity to use this yet, but I hope it arises. All your hoses and other fittings are inside of there. And then you have this. This Mac wants $170 for this. OTC is exactly the same. Again, exactly the same, except whatever's red, even the case is blue, or the case might be gray on theirs, but it's exactly 100% the same, and it's under $100, or it's like $98 or $99.99, whatever. All right, and here, this here is a digital caliper. Digital caliper, use that once or twice. Might actually even try and use that to gauge some tools that we're going to do torque testing on, to see where they sit at. This here is a Mac triple square stubby set, regular size sockets. Actually, there's technically stubbies they were listed as. But this set was free with the purchase of this set, and it was like $70 for this set. I think it was on sale, 70 bucks. You get this and that set free. The quality of you guys isn't the greatest on these, but for 70 bucks, whatever. The same sets are on eBay for $20. Just not, they don't have any logo on them yet. All right, this is a Mac grease gun connector set. This is a really nice set for hard to reach grease fittings, and if you ever have to grease something a certain way or can't get into something that's sealed, you can use the needle and get in there, or whatever it might be. All right. This here, I actually like this set because this set was $15 at Harbor Freight, and you get all your different sizes and 90-degree angles and stuff. This is a snap ring pliers set. Very, very nice set for the cost. Don't expect crazy quality, but it's good enough quality to work. I haven't broken any of them. Keyword yet. This here is the stubby version of the turbo sockets. These are really low profile, nice to have. You can put a socket or a wrench on them. Very, very nice to have. Get in a lot of hard to reach places with those. These here, I'm only going to open one, but these are your Tekton 3/8 impact sockets. You know, honestly, I'm too lazy to reach in and grab these, so until I get the racks, I just use my chromies for them. I know I shouldn't, but I am getting racks for all my impact sockets, so I have racks for both. This here is just a little Harbor Freight tap and die set. Used it a couple times and did exactly what it was supposed to do, so I can't complain. Look, it even says China on there. It doesn't lie like some tool companies. So that. And this here is just a brake bleeder kit. Nothing special. Another eBay special. This one I believe was in between $15 and $20. Just a brake bleeder kit. And our final drawer, finally, we have Mac filter pliers. These here are good for fuel filters, oil filters on your big rigs, your Max, your John Deeres, your Cats, all that sort of stuff. Then we have a OTC ball joint removal and press tool. I don't have the adapter kit, but I really would like to get the BJ, whatever it is from Snap-on, but maybe I can see if it's going to go on sale anytime soon. This here is a Harbor Freight grinder, and I used the shit out of this. Well, I used it a few times, and still holds up, still works great, no complaints whatsoever. I'm very happy with this for the price. It was like $10 or $15. Butane, and then some odds and ends. There's pliers and ratchets and stuff. And then I have my Craftsman cart. Oh, and then we have this guy. Wait, this side was down. Oh, this
No, sticker side down.
Sticker side down. This will make a mess if you do not do sticker side down. This is a great puller set. Bill actually used it for the first time the other day and really liked it. And I really like it. It's a great kit, and it's very versatile and comes with everything you need. You know, obviously if it's too small, then you got to buy the bigger one. But for everything we've got to use it for so far, it's served its purpose and worked very well. Actually, sis, it's even got the bearing for the puller.
Yeah, I used that the other day.
Did you?
Yep.
Sweet. And, alright, and, well, for tools here, alright, for tools here, I guess that's about it. I do have some odds and ends at home, nothing major. I think one was an air tool, so I have to see, nothing really significant at all. But I finally got the Toolbox tour to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and I forgot these. I apologize. We have an O2 sensor socket that's Snap-on, and then a 5/8 real crow's foot socket. And a gift from Patrick, our miracle worker that works in the shop over there. Well, has his own little unit of this bay. He gave me a mirror so I can look at my pretty wave in it. That was cute. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of fucking shit for having Snap-on my Husky box, but I don't give a shit if
Give 'em